Oh yeah. Okay, so this is day one of the Rainbow Obsidian out here at Glass Buttes, and I'm out here with AZ Rockhounding Expeditions, as you saw. So we're going to show you what they have found. I know they just found a big boulder, pretty awesome. But as you can see, this is kind of the area that I'm working on right now. I just started, but I did find some little flakes to start. So, and everything that I found in here so far has had color. So just going to get to work and show you what I find. All right, look at that big piece. Ooh, that's going to be a nice one.
This is on the underside.
Working hard.
So what kind of rock do you think this is?
Probably granite. You look like you've got a nice hole.
I do.
Sweet. Yeah, look at that big boy right there. They're winning so far. We're going to be first starting out with the diggy bar of power. Oh yeah, look at that spike. Sounds pretty hard down in there. Oh, yep. Yep, sounds crunchy. Let me clean that out and we'll see what we got. All right, so here's the one I'm working on right now. You can see it's a little bit bigger in my hand. Looks like it's going up in there a bit and possibly a little bit down here more. So I'm just gonna keep working on it and I'll show you once I get further. Okay, well, the diggy bar of power has released this one. So we can see, well, my hand can't really show you, but I'm gonna pull this thing out and show you what it looks like. It's a big one. All right, so that's a big one. Let's pull it out. Look at that boulder. That's a big one.
Wow.
I had to put some gloves on. I don't know what kind of sharpness I got. Yeah, check that out. That's a boulder. Yep. You can see it's definitely got some obsidian, or it's definitely all obsidian. So we'll have to take a little flake off it and see if it's all rainbow. Yep, look at that. That's a big one. Got some great color. Dang. So cool. All right, so it's nighttime. You can see the moon. And we were about to get some food cook. Oh, geez. We were about to get some food cooking. But I was like, oh, come on, just one more before I get going. And took a little chip off it accidentally, and you can see the red here. And so that's a color. So I think what the plan is now is to pull this one out and then cook dinner. So let's see what we got. All right, so I was able to break it free. Looks like we got one really nice piece right there. So we'll have to check the color for that. A little bit on the smaller side there. A couple smalls. You can see that red right there. So this might be the big piece. Oh, and you can see some rainbow right there. Right in this corner.
That is awesome.
So there's some color. That's actually a pretty decent sized piece.
Oh, wow.
It's got that red on top, so.
It's kind of clear.
So here's what I'm working on right here. This guy's coming loose. Then we got a real big one that I'm gonna have to get next. Just need to get this part off, so hopefully I can get up and behind it. But we got a couple nice pieces right here. Lots of color today. Nate just exposed some big face right there. Oh yeah. Nate just got a nice big boy. He's doing some major work in this hole.
That'll work.
Yeah, exactly.
He's a workhorse.
Nate's pulling big stuff. Brian's working on this jigsaw puzzle over here. We're gonna start moving some of this back in there so we can get behind the big one. So once we do, we'll show you what's up.
Wow, you look over as a giant boulder.
That's some big pieces in there, man.
Yeah, those are monsters.
It's one thing I would like to learn a lot more about is like the geology. I just always find myself doing more about like, you know, I just show a lot of people like the area. You know, I want to add more interesting like facts into my videos, but I don't know.
I need to take a geology
Suck at it.
course is what I need to do.
No, I didn't get my glove on. I think I taped it too tight.
If you guys need bars, need anything,
Yeah,
need me a drink,
fingers, that's for sure.
I got plenty of drinks. I mean, Mike and I burned through them freaking seltzer waters.
Oh,
so.
dude, he drinks some like chain smokes.
Yeah.
Things, dude.
Yeah, I mean, just glug, 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 glug.
Damn, bro,
Yeah.
chill out.
Come up for air, please.
Yep, there we go.
Yeah, when we were
looks like
at Polka Dot, he kept asking people if they wanted something to drink, and everybody's like, "No, dude, I don't drink." And he's like, "No, bro, water."
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Polka Dot was cool. We went there a couple days ago.
Yeah, it's fun.
Met the kid Logan.
It's a guaranteed win there.
Oh, we got some really good thunder eggs out of there. Really good.
Have not been.
You know, honestly, at $2 a pound,
Yeah.
it's worth it.
100%. And
And,
after I saw like what he was pulling out, what Mike
Yeah.
pulled out.
I've got
Silica tubes.
Yeah.
one in the back. Yes, one in the back of the truck, behind my seat. It's this big like this,
Yeah.
and it's both halves, split open because it just came apart, and it's got the nice tubes coming up and everything.
Yeah, there's a layer.
There's a big boy right
yeah,
there.
that is nice.
That's a big boy.
They gave us
Damn, son.
gave us a pretty good deal though
That'll work.
On those rocks, we had 70 pounds, man. So
70 pounds?
yeah.
God dang.
So I figured we had a pretty good deal there.
Yeah. Here's what we got. Couple we're gonna give to some friends. Couple big boys. All right, so it's time to fill in the holes and go to Hampton Butte. All right, we just got to Hampton Butte, so we're gonna set up camp and then we're gonna get to digging. So of course, we'll show you what we find. All right, so I just found this piece wandering around out here. Figured I'd check things out first before I got to digging. You can see this one's got some good green on it. Just a small piece though. All right, so roaming around out here, you see that little piece of chalcedony there, possibly agate. But looks like we got a little piece of green as well. Not sure if it's the petrified wood, but it does got some good color. A little bit of what appears to be jasper. It is warming up out here, so I'm just going to keep wandering around, get some ideas of the area, and we'll get to digging. Looks like we got a little bit more green. I don't think this is anything special, but just seeing the color, it's a pretty good feeling. A little piece of jasper with some interesting color in there. That's red right there. That's interesting. So it looks like it's just a piece of chalcedony. But I'm starting to see bigger pieces, so keep looking around the area. Oh, a little piece of jasper over there too. A little piece of petrified wood right here. So it's not the green petrified, but you can see all the grain in there. Decent little piece. I guess it would make good for a tumbler, but we're gonna keep looking. Not sure what that is yet, but big, nothing special. Small piece of petrified wood right there. Looks like we got a little piece of chalcedony here. Not too big, just a little tumbler piece. little piece of float. All right, so this is a really nice tiny piece. You can see some clarity in there. So I think I'll have to pocket that one and give it a little examination later. Be a piece of petrified wood right there. Yeah, looks like there's some grain in there. It's interesting color too. Well, people have been coming out to Hampton Butte for a long time, and so the surface isn't going to be the best place to find stuff. You really got to go down. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to keep on looking around here a little bit and then head back over to camp. Some interesting quartz here. Sure, no critters up underneath. But yeah, it's kind of interesting. Big chunk of quartz, another one right next to it. Not too bad. Does look like there's quite a bit in this area. A piece right there. That's interesting, but definitely not what we're looking for today. But that right there is what we're looking for. Just a small one, but looks like a little limb cast of some sorts. Looks like we might have another little piece right there. I mean, nothing special, but it's a good indicator. Here's another interesting piece. I saw the green there on that edge, but you can see it's pretty eroded. I also have some of this. Looks kind of quartzy there. Definitely saw the red. Caught my eye. But I'm gonna keep looking around. See what we find. So you can see in this area there's a bunch more of that quartz all up in there. So to me that's a really good indicator. There's another little small piece which does have some good color, like some blue, but we just need to find a bigger piece. Alright, so I saw this little sucker right there, but right next to it, saw that, which, man, look at that. That's good color right there. Cool. That looks like a decent piece of chalcedony right there, right at the edge. Kind of hard to see with this light washing everything out, but it almost looks like it kind of got some plumes in there. Looks like we might have a little something hiding right there. Oh, that's decent size too. I'll have to get that cleaned up. So I've been following this wash up right here. And I think what I'm going to do, since I feel like I'm getting bigger stuff, I'm going to keep going up this way and maybe I'll scope out over there. See if I can find anything decent. Maybe even a new spot to dig. That looks like it could be something, but it's probably just some more of that kind of almost mossy looking chalcedony. Doesn't look like it's anything special though. Another little tiny piece. But I'm really liking the color on these. Oh, come on, focus. There we go. Yeah, I like the color on these. Hey, that one's decent size. Yeah, we'll have to clean that up too. I have a piece of jasper right there. Kind of interesting color. See this banding right there? That was kind of neat. But, yeah, not bad. So, I just got to the top of that wash, which is over there. And so I think what I want to do is kind of come over here, since I'm not finding too much in this area. I want to go down up over here and work my way down to this little crevasse. I'm finding these little tiny, just little float, but the color on them is just great. And so, oh man, yeah, the color on them is really nice. So I'd like to find something like this. Now, although Hampton Butte is known for its green petrified wood, this is my first time here, so I'm not expecting too much. I'd really be happy with just finding some nice limb cast or some little blue agates, but hopefully we'll find a nice piece of that green. That might be a decent little piece of jasper right there. It's got some good color in it. I don't see any grain, so I'm pretty sure that's not petrified wood. But I do like the color. Looks like we got a little something right there. I saw that quartz in there, but it's nothing real special. Part of what I'm doing by checking out the area here is not only trying to familiarize myself with the area, but I also want to look at the material and like familiarize myself with what's here and like the textures. And so good way to check that out is just by checking out some of the float, some of the surface stuff, looking at the outside when it's dirty, stuff like that. And then you can get into a pit and start digging. Now you know what you're looking for. Hey, look at that color right there. That's a good one. It's like smoky agate. It looks like we got a decent little cluster here. Some of that deeper color that I want. That one's decent. I have two right there. Curious if maybe that's what it came off of. I did have just a small guy up there, but there's no reason for that. There's a little piece of blue. Oh, it's just like a flake. That kind of stinks. You can see the line in there. Oh, cool though. Looks like we might have a little piece of petrified wood. Nah, it's just that matrix. A little bit of the vein coming through it here, but yeah, it tricked me. Alright, well, did some nice exploring. Found some really small stuff that had some good color. But I think what I'm going to do is follow all this stuff down and then go see what everybody else is up to down at camp. We got AZ Rockhound Expeditions. You know, we've been hanging out the last few days. Went over there to Glass Buttes, found some awesome rainbow obsidian. So make sure you check out that video when they have it posted. And then we also have a good friend of mine, Nate, with Two Rock Nerds. And you'll definitely want to be checking out his stuff. So Nate's channel, actually, Two Rock Nerds, is pretty new. But here's the cool part. His wife has got a master's degree in geology, so she definitely knows her stuff. And it's really shown with Nate. Man, the guy just knows his stuff, and he's a digging machine. There's a little bit of quartz. Yep. That's interesting. Just maybe a piece of chalcedony. Yeah. It's a little shard. Looks like we got a little druzy in there. Hey, that's something cool. Jeez, yeah, that's a big chunk of Hampton right there.
It's basically a limb cast. It goes all the way around.
Wow.
Without being broken.
Nice find, buddy.
Digging all the way, dude.
Digging to China.
Yeah, I got a piece right here. It's hard to see, but There's the growth rings.
Yeah.
And it's basically almost obsidian, but it's not. Got all these pieces, some smalls.
Very nice. That's a
That piece
good
of
looking hole.
tumbled chalcedony that you just stepped on.
Oh yeah. Look at that.
That thing's traveled.
Yeah, that's traveled a few miles, eh? No joke. There's some more wood.
Yep.
Looks like Nate's doing really well. Yeah,
Put him in the
here
bucket,
so I
yeah.
don't. All right. Well, how are you guys doing?
To be perfectly honest.
Not
Well,
finding much yet?
No.
we're finding small stuff,
That looks like crap.
but oh, we did find this agate. It has lines in it,
Yeah.
and then this is really, really green.
Oh yeah.
When it's wet, it's awesome green. But we've just found like little. This one is a green agate, green and red.
Oh yeah.
So that one's pretty cool. And
That's crap.
this one's like a bubbly, some kind of. It's not basalt because
Yeah.
it's got a shine to it and it's really waxy.
Hmm.
But I don't know. It was interesting, so
Yeah.
I was like, that's in my bucket.
All right. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna open up this a little bit more. I'm gonna probably come back about here so I can actually work in here, and then Nate's over there. So, and he's finding some real good pieces. So I'm gonna cut inwards, but we got to get down about 4 feet. And right now this is about 2.5. But I'm gonna need space to work, so let's bring it in, and then that way I can actually get to work. Looks like right now 40 and a half inches, so pretty deep, getting there. All right, so down in here, this is where I'm starting to get into the big cobbles, and so I'm probably not going to go too much further. You can see right there, that's some decent red. Oh man, look at that. See some funky grain in that. Well, it looks like grain anyway. So we'll probably set that one aside, give it a little cleanup later. But we're just going to start working into this over towards Nate. Just found this one. Got some really nice green in it. Of course, it's super small, but you know, working pretty hard. You can see the hole's pretty deep. I would say we're definitely, you know, at the 4 foot out here. So just going to keep going in here. When I get too much overhang, I'll pull it off, muck it out, keep going. Look at this thing. It's kind of crazy. This little piece that I was down in here, but figured it's pretty cool. And I need to take a break, so now I'm not seeing a whole lot of rock down in here. You can see it is starting to get a little bit more compacted down here. Dirt. So what I think is I'm going to work on this a little bit, see if I can get some of these bigger rocks out, and then probably take a break because it's starting to get late in the day and I'm pretty deep in this hole. So we'll show you if we find anything. All right, so this is a pit, but I think I'm going to take a break for now. Just not really finding a whole lot of rock in there. So I'm going to reevaluate my situation, maybe come back to it a little bit later on tonight. But you can see, definitely moved a lot of dirt, building up a crater around myself. But, you know, whether or not I'm going to keep going, that's what I got to figure out. This thing's about 5.5 foot deep, and I went in there probably good 1.5 2 foot. I'm just not finding any rock, so time to move on. Alright, well, backfilled the pit. Just got to clean up the tools, grab the ice chest and everything, and we'll call it a night.